My name is Jan Chester. I'm the Vice President of Planned Parenthood of Southwest and Central Florida. And we provide services through 7 health centers from Fort Myers, in Sarasota, in Manatee, St. Petersburg, Tampa, and in Lakeland and Winter Haven in Polk County. I'm proud to be with all of you today at the Women Unite rally here in Punta Gorda. Yeah, thank you. Across the state, we're joining other Floridians at rallies in Tallahassee, Orlando, St. Petersburg, Fort Lauderdale, and Naples, and possibly other places. And throughout the country, from New York to New Mexico, Alaska to Alabama, we're joining tens and thousands of Americans who are standing up in the pursuit of equality, in the pursuit of human rights. Our message is clear. Enough is enough. Stop the legislative attacks on women, on women's health, and our rights on human rights. Here at home, the war is in full gear. In 2011, we saw 18 legislative, dangerous, invasive bills that were put forth in Tallahassee. The governor signed 4 of them into law against women's health care and women's access to health care. A 5th legislative attack was passed in 2011, which has placed Amendment 6 on your ballot this November, and it will roll back some of the privacy rights in the Florida Constitution. The Florida Constitution has a stronger privacy clause than the U.S. Constitution, and it has protected us over and over again, and especially women. And some of the rights that are threatened to be turned back really will address women's health and women's access to care. So, Amendment 6, vote no. We are very happy that this past legislative session, while there were a number of bills put forth, at least 9 that were passed out of different committees, none of them actually passed by the time the legislature closed. So thank you for everyone for standing with us, for advocating, for speaking to your legislators and saying, no, enough is enough. We need to protect our citizens in Florida. And if you won't do it, we will. But we know that this war is going on across the country, and that's why we're here today. At the state and federal levels, we're witnessing one of the most devastating legislative attacks on women's health and on health care. Absolutely. Not pushing forward with the Affordable Care Act will affect so many citizens. At least 2 million women in Florida will potentially have access to services that they haven't had before. But our anti-choice politicians don't want women to have the options. An option to terminate pregnancy. An option to get educated about how to avoid a pregnancy or a sexually transmitted disease. And they don't want us to have access to birth control, which is a defining moment in the U.S. history. We need to be clear. We need to be clear with us. We need to be clear with our friends. Talk to everyone you know. At your churches, at the pool hall, at the bars, at the restaurants, in the elevator. Talk about rights. Talk about rights that are being threatened. All of us have to do this on a grassroots level and talk to everyone we know. Anti-choice politicians have declared war on women's health, from attempts to stop Planned Parenthood from opening new health centers, to stopping health insurance coverage for contraception. A year ago, they tried to totally ban funding for Planned Parenthood and all of family planning. There's no reason not to think that won't happen again. We need to be vigilant. We need to be talking. And we need your help over the next 6 months to defeat that amendment. We need to tell people, vote no on Amendment 6, get educated, ask legislators who are running, how do you feel about sex ed? How do you feel about contraception? How do you feel about access to birth control, to general health care for the citizens of our country, of our communities? So we're not going to let them get away with these relentless attacks. I am very proud to be here, standing up for women's health and rights with all of you here today. Thank you for being here and making your voices heard, and for helping to send a loud and clear message to America and to our legislators and people who are running for office. Women's health matters. Human rights matters. Enough is enough. Thank you.